Hello guys, how are you doing? So, welcome back to my reactions, and as you can see I'm going to watch episode 25 of the 4th season of My Hero Academia today. So this will be the last episode of this season, and I'm quite curious to see how they're going to end it and what's going to be the transition for the 5th one. So in this last episode we got to learn something about these new Nomus, and apparently these are like better versions of them, so they're probably smarter and stronger. And we already got to see that one of them went straight to the place where Endeavor was talking with Ox. So yeah, that kind of saves them the trouble of going and find them. But I'm really interested to see how strong these new ones are, and especially like which kind of things are going to happen in this episode. Mostly because it's the last one, so I'm expecting like some kind of cliffhanger, and it's probably going to be really painful to wait for this next season. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm really excited to watch this. I really can't wait to see what's going to happen in this episode. So hope you guys are ready, and let's start it. Oh, Todoroki's sister, this mother and brother. It's called Natsu, like the fairy tale guy. Damn, that's really nice to see. Hmm. Oh yeah, Endeavor. $10. Ooh. Yeah. Damn, this moment. And I mean, we saw that in these last episodes, he's trying to become a better person and to make up for his mistakes. So yeah, probably not really the right way to say it, but we can see that he's different now. But this is really interesting because he's been actually visiting her. So that's really, really interesting. I wonder if this episode is going to be like changing people's opinion about Endeavor. I'm not too sure if it's going to focus on him or not, but that was a really interesting moment. We got to see Todoroki's brother as well. I don't know if he showed up before. I don't think so. If he did, it was really fast. We saw his sister for a brief while as well. So yeah, increase the volume a bit. And I mean, we have this fight, so it's definitely going to involve Endeavor. I wonder if you're going to discover something deep. Damn. And they can talk now. Yep. Damn. It's really dangerous for the people there. Damn, that's really bad. These ones are strong. And the building. There's still people there. Nice. Damn. That's really, really, really strong. And helpful. Holy. Damn. Okay, this guy is really helpful if he really wants. Oh, wait. Yeah. Damn, this power. Yep. These ones are smart, unlike the others. And Ox is really, really strong. Really like this power. Hmm. Oh. Damn. This is insane. I wonder if this is his ultimate move. It's not done yet. It's not good. Holy. Oh my god. Damn, that's so. Damn, this episode is so crazy already. And still halfway through. I really hope nothing bad happens to India ever. It would be really bad. Damn. Oh. Man, this dude is so strong. He can do this to India ever. Hmm. I really like that they're showing a lot of India ever to make us understand more about him. This is really bad. This is the first big incident without All Might to help. Hmm. It's the dude from before. The number one hero. That's pure willpower. He's not giving up. Damn. Oh, there's Ox. Damn. He needs to be the next one. Just how strong is this guy? Damn. This is so big. Wonder what he's going to do. I really hope he doesn't sacrifice himself to beat this guy. Was Ultra? Yeah. Damn. What happened? Still there at least. He's probably really badly injured. And hope he defeated him. Standing. Damn. The symbol of peace. Damn. Imagine Todoroki. Yeah. Yep. He starts. Damn, that was so big. I wonder if that title is implied as like the start of him as the symbol of peace, the next one, because this was worthy of a symbol of peace. So that was such a big episode for Endeavor. And I must say that at some point I was really afraid that he was going to die. Like, I was honestly thinking that he was somehow going to sacrifice himself, but like and defeat this guy by doing so. But yeah, glad it didn't happen. I think he managed to defeat him, even though it was really, really hard. And if they can mass produce these guys, that's going to be a big problem. Like, we can see just what just only one can do. Like, putting the number one hero to this extent, like, fighting with him to this extent, already shows how strong these Nomus are. So, that would be a big problem. And there's still some time, so there's still some final scenes most likely. But it was really nice to see this situation with Endeavor and to understand a bit of his actions. Like, he was the only one who was really trying to suppress All Might in the end. Just never gave up. Let's see what happens now. I really hope this changes their relationship for good. Or for better. Um. Oh shit! It's the previous owners of the One for All. That was one of the owners of the, or that's probably the owner of the All for One. I think there's only one so far. Wait, wait, was that Tomura? It wasn't, right? Not too sure, but I don't. Whoa. I don't really know what just happened, but I don't really believe that that was Tomura. I am actually thinking that they look a bit similar in a way, but it might actually be maybe his father or something. I just I don't know. It felt like Deku, like felt the same as I'm feeling right now. Like that, it was a familiar person. So yeah, I'm not too sure. It's just like me trying to guess it. But apparently, he got this kind of power in his hand. I don't know if something just activated in his hand, the One for All. But yeah, it was definitely a really big moment. I'm not too sure if we are supposed to know who this guy is. But right now, while it gave me the feeling that it was similar to Tomura, I'm actually thinking that it might actually be his father. So this is like something that I'm totally not sure about, and I really want to like to discover this in the next season. It's probably going to take a while until we are able to watch that one, and since I don't read the manga, I won't know until I watch. So yeah, it's going to be really nice to see what's going to happen from now on, since we saw that in this episode it was like really important for Endeavor and is most likely going to become the next symbol of peace starting from this moment, and people are going to acknowledge him for what he just did. And yeah, this was just really important for him. I really love to see how he was really committed into protecting these people and defeating this guy, no matter what it took. So yeah, in the end, I was happy to see that he didn't sacrifice himself in order to do so, because at some point we started to see that he was being severely injured, and I started to feel a bit afraid of him like dying because of this guy. And yeah, we can already see that these versions of these Nomus are extremely strong. They have this immense power. They can regenerate really fast, and they have this insane power as well. So yeah, it's going to be really hard to defeat these guys if they are mass produced. So I believe that I'm not really sure what they're going to do because of this, but they will most likely start investigating where they are being produced and where this one came from. I'm not too sure if they are able to arrest this one. I'm not like I couldn't really see if he got like totally destroyed or not. But yeah, it's something that they definitely need to check, because if the League of Feelings is able to produce more of these ones, it's going to be really dangerous for all of these people, because we could already see what just a single one was able to do. He was almost able to defeat the number one hero and Endeavor. So, like, I mean, this guy is really strong and probably not as strong as All Might, but he still has like this really big willpower, and we could see that when he really wants to, he can achieve some really great things. And this was basically one of them. This was just really good for him, and I really hope that this also changes like a bit of his relationship with Todoroki. We could see that Todoroki was really like wanting to watch him, and we can feel like something is already changing. Like this hatred is slowly disappearing. So yeah, it's going to be nice to see what happens between them. We could already see a bit of his family, like his mother and brother and sister. And yeah, we can see that her mother was talking in a way that she understood Endeavor, even though he did some really bad things to her and to her family, to Todoroki and stuff. Um, she still understands the pain he went through, like how he really wanted to be like the strongest one and wanted to surpass All Might, and he just couldn't stop. He was always committed to do that. He was never giving up. So yeah, we can understand that it was really hard for Endeavor as well, even though that still doesn't really excuse what he did to Todoroki's mother and to the others as well. But we can see that he's at least trying to change. He wants to become a better person and someone that Todoroki looks up to. So yeah, this was a really phenomenal episode, and I really enjoyed this last episode of this season. I feel like they ended it in a really good way, even though this last scene was basically a cliffhanger, because it left us like wondering about who this guy is and what exactly happened to Deku. They touched with their hands, and when he woke up, he had this one for all power in his hand only. So I'm not too sure if he got like a special power or something, like an enhancement to the one for all. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to learn more about that in the next season. Right now, I'm just really happy with this one. Probably one of my favorite seasons of this anime so far, even though I really enjoyed the other ones as well a lot. But yeah, this one I really liked. That arc with Shizaki and Eri, and it was like really intense. Really loved all of that story. Really love Eri. It was really nice to see by the end that they had this event and they did this performance with that music Hero 2, I believe it's the song's name. And yeah, watching Eri smile was really nice. It was one of the biggest moments of this season, because of all of the things that happened to Eri, and how Deku and Mirio really wanted to see her smile. So yeah, that was probably the most emotional episode of this season, to me at least. But I really enjoyed all of it. It was really well done, really really enjoyed this arc with Eri, as I said, but it was also really sad because along the way we lost Night Eye, who was a really good guy and was totally not expecting him to die. I mean, he had this really big injury and he was like sent to the hospital, so that kind of gave me a bit of hope. But yeah, in the end, they couldn't do much about it. I'm pretty sure that if Eri was like, if she wasn't like a, I'm not too sure how this says. She had a fever, I believe, so she was in no state to use her power. But if she could somehow use it, I want to believe that she would be able to save Night Eye. But yeah, it unfortunately didn't happen, and we ended up losing a really good guy, and that really affected Mirio. We could actually see that he also lost his quirk, so I'm wondering if he's going to be able to like use Ares' power to maybe revert his body to the point where he still had his quirk. I'm not too sure if that's how it's going to happen. But yeah, it's definitely something to discover eventually. Really hope that he gets his power at some point, like his quirk back. And also that Eri is able to control her own because she's still not used to it, and we can see that her little horn is growing like a bit. So they really need to start teaching her and making her control a bit of that power. Because it's a really helpful one. We could see what she could do with Deku, like he was using the one for all with her on his back, using that power, and he wasn't getting any damage. So he could use the one for all power at 100%, and we could see just how devastating that was. So yeah, it's definitely something to eventually see, and I can't wait for this next season. It's probably going to take a while until that happens. Maybe at the start of the next year. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to watch that new one. And yeah, the end of this one was just really, really, really big. I really loved how they went more deep into this Endeavor story, and they made us understand a bit more about him. And there's probably some details that I might have missed in this episode. I'm definitely going to rewatch it. But yeah, it was definitely great, and we ended with this bit of cliffhanger. So I'm still thinking about what that guy was supposed to be. Right now, my biggest bet is Tomura's father, but I'm not too sure. Like we know that the other girl, Nana Shimura, I think that's her name. Um, I believe that she was Tomura's grandmother. So yeah, I'm not too sure if that guy was related to them somehow. But yeah, it's something to eventually discover. Right now, I'm just like trying to figure out something. But yeah, either way, really love this, really love this season, and watching these final episodes. And in the end, I really hope that you guys enjoyed my reaction to it as well. And if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can also join my Discord and my Patreon if you want to get early access to my full reactions. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next video, so take care guys!